Well, there is no end in sight to the Israeli military onslaught on the Gaza Strip. Israeli tanks and warplanes keep pounding the besieged enclave. 39 Palestinians have been killed on Monday alone. The latest casualties bring to nearly 510 the Palestinian death toll from 14 days of Israeli attacks. Meanwhile, reports say Israel is using white phosphorus bombs, which are considered banned weapons in civilian areas. Sunday has been the bloodiest day of the two-week conflict. More than 100 Palestinians were killed in the Shuja'iyya neighborhood near Gaza City yesterday. The majority of the victims were civilians, including children, women, and the elderly. Over 100 children have so far lost their lives. Over 3,000 Palestinians have also been injured in the onslaught. Medical workers are now raising the alarm over an impending humanitarian crisis in Gaza, where hospitals are running low on basic medical supplies. To get more on that, we're now joined by Akram Al-Sattari, Press TV's correspondent, who's joining us live now from Gaza. Akram, what is the latest?
Well, the latest is that the Israeli occupation forces are targeting large areas in Khan Yunis city, causing people to run from their houses as a result of the heavy bombardments targeting the area. The Israeli occupation forces are targeting a Shuja'iyya neighborhood also still with the white phosphorus bombs and with the large-scale bombs into the area. Also in the Gaza North, there are some news about recent attacks, at least 2 attacks against civilian homes in the area of Beit Hanun. The news that are coming from the other side, from Palestine-occupied 48, say that at least 5 Israeli soldiers were killed by the Palestinian fire. Israelis are now publishing the names of the soldiers who were killed. They are saying that there is a massive loss among the soldiers and that many other soldiers were injured, and the clashes are still continuous. Al-Qassam brigades are publishing a video. In that video, they are showing how they gunned down an Israeli soldier by a sniper fire. The situation is escalating. The Palestinian resistance is retaliating. The Israelis are still aggravating the situation by their ongoing fire all over the Gaza Strip. The victims are still falling. The injured people are still taken to the hospitals that are suffering to still provide their services to the people in the Gaza Strip. The health system is being under a increasingly heavy burden. The people are still in the UN schools, and more people are joining now after the heavy bombardment in Khan Yunis area. And that is overburdening also the UN that is trying to provide to the people in their hospitals, in their schools. Now the situation is getting harsh and harsher, and there's expected to be more victims soon.
And Akram, tell us about how the media is dealing with this situation. Yourself, of course, and as well, we've of course seen the cameraman who was killed yesterday, and we've also seen Israeli warnings to foreign journalists as well.
Well, the journalist, if you saw the footage of the journalist who was killed, he was wearing such a vest just like mine, stating explicitly that he's a pressman. Israeli unmanned drones and the very sophisticated technology could, of course, observe that he was doing some journalistic work and he was covering the truth about what's happening in Gaza Strip. There might be, and I'm telling you this, the Israeli army usually issues explanations and statements about the different issues. They have not issued any explanation as yet, and we are waiting to know why would they target a civilian, a journalist. But what we learned from the past, that Israel doesn't mind targeting civilians. Israel doesn't mind killing journalists and media people as long as it's trying to cover their crimes. So there was a crime in Shuja'iyya, and the top interest of the Israeli army was to cover that and to kill anyone who might be able to provide a very clear image about what was happening, because the very clear image about the Shuja'iyya was quite shocking and horrifying, and they were having an interest into covering that, and I think that's why they targeted the media people. And they also targeted a paramedic in the same area because they were preventing the ambulances from accessing the area and helping the people. So they are killing not only the journalists, but they are also killing the paramedics and killing everyone whomsoever is trying to help other people in the area or to unreveal the truth about their crimes against the people of Gaza.